Now please note, in this project we're going to be working in inches. See down here in the bottom right hand corner, we'll just zoom in on that. In the bottom right hand corner we've got a line, the length of which represents, in this case, 0.7 of an inch. If we zoom out or in, we can change that. Now the line is now representing 1 inch on the screen. So if you're working in something else, you'll have to adjust your dimensions or change the units you're using. You do this by going up to File, up here in the top left hand, select Design Spark Options, then Units, and change to whatever you're working in, imperial in this case, inches, decimal, degrees, etc. So now that we know we're in inches, I'm going to put several shapes on the screen that we're going to use to make the parts for our Thor's hammer. So let's go for the hammer head first, and we're going to have a rectangle, and it's going to be 2 inches, 2, tab, 4, return. Then for the shaft or handle, I'm going to have a circle, and that is going to be 0.56 of an inch. Then for the little ridge grips to fit on the handle, we're going to have an annulus, 0.56, and then another radius of, would you believe, 0.65. Now the pommel we'll make out of another circle, and it'll start with a radius of 0.65, a diameter of 0.65 rather, diameter 0.65. And there are all the shapes we need to make the body of Thor's hammer. The next job is to pull these into 3D volumes. So we go to the pull tool, type P on the keyboard, and we are now presented with several surfaces. This one has got a surface in the middle of it, so we'll be dispensing with that at a later time. So we select that surface of the hammer, and we'll make this hammer head first. Now we need to pull that into a thickness of 2 inches. So now we've got that. Now we select all the edges, double click, and that's selected all that edge there. Hold the Control key, double click, and we've selected the top edges. Double click. Now we've got practically every edge, put these two on the bottom. So separately with Control key pressed, click 1 and 2. Now there we should have all the edges selected. Now make sure that you've got across here the chamfer rather than the round selected. Select the chamfer options. With all those edges selected, type 0.3 return. There's the general shape of the hammer head. Now that we've got that, I'm going to rename it. Rename HEAD, head. Return. Now let's make it the right colour. Select head, move to display tab, select colour, and I thought a nice colour is a dullish grey. We'll give it a surface finish. Up here, this rendering style, metallic. Click it again and the finish will leave at medium gloss. Now something has certainly gone wrong here. Chosen the wrong. That's the one. There we are. Now that's the general shape and colour of the hammerhead. But let's do something quite neat. We're going to go to the file in the insert panel, select file. Now I've searched around the web and found this little image which I've put into a folder here. My images, Thor's hammer images. I'm going to select whosoever. Open it, and we've got this: whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor. Okay, so we'll find one of these surfaces. Any one will do. Click, and there it's on that surface. Now it's the wrong way around. So how do we move it? Well, we select it, move tool, and turn it around 90 degrees. 90, there we are, 90. Oh dear, we think it's not fitting. Well, to make it fit, select it and select the select tool. Now you will see little dots on the corners and sides. We can use these. We'll turn it so we can see it nicely. There, and there we go. So we can move these little corner points to make it fit there. And there's our hammerhead.